You weren't at Delaney Hall on May 9th, 2025 when he was arrested, but yes or no, did you have a conversation with Special Agent in Charge Ricky Patel ordering him to arrest Mayor Baraka?
I had a conversation. I didn't order him to arrest. I authorized the arrest, which is my job.
So you were not there, and we have body camera footage of him then moving and saying, "We are arresting the mayor right now per," this is his quote, "the Deputy Attorney General of the United States." I want to put that into the record, your comments there. And the district court, assessing all of your conduct.
Well, here's the thing. One man sat across from the Senate. 1,200 Epstein victims were waiting. 2 people have ever been charged, 2. And the one person he agreed to meet was Ghislaine Maxwell. In this room, a senator asks simple questions, yes or no. Count how many times he answers no. Put your number in the comments now. Mine is at the end. Now watch his face when the questions turn to her. If you want the room shown to you without the shouting, stay right here and follow along. Start with what he controls directly. This senator represents Newark. The mayor of that city was arrested outside an immigration facility. The charge was later dropped. The senator wants one thing, the name of who gave the order. Listen to the answer.
Congress, in a bipartisan fashion, passed the Epstein Files Transparency Act because the American people were demanding justice. Yet you failed to abide by that law and release the files by the deadline established by the law. And when the files were finally released, you failed to protect the survivors that that law was intended to protect. Survivors' personal information, including names, phone numbers, home addresses, and images were released. Powerful people were redacted. Survivors were subjected to re-traumatization. More than 1,200 victims, yet only 2 people have ever been prosecuted, Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Now, I was stunned earlier by your conversation with one of my colleagues that you wouldn't even commit to meeting with the survivors, but you did meet with Ghislaine Maxwell. Your claim that you can't meet with these victims because they're represented by counsel is utter nonsense. Counsel can be present or a client can waive their right to have counsel, but you're a lawyer. You know this. That was not truthful, what you said to my colleague. You said that they should meet with the FBI. All of these women have reported their crimes decades ago, but yet you won't meet with them. What you will do is meet with Ghislaine Maxwell. Over a year ago, you sat with her, and you publicly said you were seeking the truth.
Now, the files. Congress had to pass a law to force these documents out. It set a deadline. More than 1,200 victims are named in this matter. To this day, 2 people have been charged. Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. Keep that number in your head, 2.
So let's talk about what that 2-day meeting produced. Did your interview with Ms. Maxwell lead to a single additional person being charged, yes or no?
No.
Did it lead to a single new investigation, yes or no?
I can't talk about whether there's any investigations.
I'm not asking you about an ongoing or closed investigation. I'm just asking you about this unusual. I can't answer your
question, yes or no.
Did you or anyone else from the DOJ or associated with the president discuss a presidential pardon with Ghislaine Maxwell or her attorneys?
No.
Did you discuss clemency, yes or no?
No.
Did you discuss...
She was convicted. What do you mean clemency?
Did you discuss her transfer to another institution, yes or no?
No.
Well, just 1 week after your meeting, Ms. Maxwell was transferred from a low-security federal institution to a minimum security prison camp. Were you involved with that transfer?
Same questions, one-word answers.
Did your interview with Ms. Maxwell lead to a single additional person being charged, yes or no?
No.
Did it lead to a single new investigation, yes or no?
I can't talk about whether there's any investigations.
I'm not asking you about an ongoing or closed investigation. I'm just asking you about this unusual...
I can't answer your question, yes or no.
Did you or anyone else from the DOJ or associated with the president discuss a presidential pardon with Ghislaine Maxwell or her attorneys?
No.
Did you discuss clemency, yes or no?
No.
Did you discuss...
She was convicted. What do you mean clemency?
Did you discuss her transfer to another institution, yes or no?
No.
Look, this next part is not about Epstein. It is about a rule. Justice Department lawyers must avoid even the appearance of a conflict. A company had an $11 billion merger under review. Its owner hosted a dinner for the president. He went to that dinner. 6 weeks later, the review closed.
Not talk to victims. We will never not do everything we can to prosecute anybody that committed any crimes against any of these women. So that narrative is false. We have spoken with over 30 representatives of dozens and dozens of victims since this process started. Any victim, if they're here today, I would encourage them or their lawyers to meet with the FBI. We will 100% investigate. There are no closed investigations. If we learn today, if we learn next week, if we learn next month, that there's an individual that we can investigate, indict, and prosecute out of the Epstein files, you better believe it, we will. And so we worked hard, the hardworking lawyers within the department to do the right thing to comply with the.
He was asked about all of this. So here is his fullest answer on the victims. No edits, no cuts, given earlier the same day to the chairman. Judge it yourself. So count them, every straight question, every one-word answer, and then the one meeting he did agree to. The math is simple. 1,200 victims, 2 charges, 1 interview with the woman already convicted, and 1 week after that interview, she moved to a softer prison. He says the transfer was about threats. He says the dinner was approved. Maybe, but one line is hard to shake. A senator called this a performance review, not a confirmation, because he has already had the power. We do not have to guess. We have the record. And somewhere tonight, a survivor who waited years is still waiting for a call, not from Maxwell's lawyers, from her own government. That is the part worth sitting with. Tell me your number below. That is the record. You watched it yourself. Decide what it is worth.